Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time to get started. My name is Trina Edwards, and I am over here helping cooks to turn their passion into profits so that they can begin to generate the income that they want their own way on their own terms daily. All right. So I say, welcome today. We are going to be making some corn pudding. We're going to be making some corn pudding. But before we get started, if you have not done so, please make sure you give StreamYard the opportunity to be able to see have access to your information so that they can see it, okay? So that I can see it, actually. If not, may not be able to see you, and I'll have to come back later and talk with you, okay? Secondly, if you're watching the replay, I say hello and make sure you type hashtag replay, okay? There is a lot of things going on here. I just want to share with you a few things, okay? First of all, I don't know if you have seen the post that I put up, but I am going to be on a podcast. Yes, a podcast, the very first podcast. I have been interviewed. And it's going to be coming out May 27th. Okay, so I want to make sure for those of you who are silently watching, for those of you who want to know some of my story, because I can't share it all with you, but some of you who are curious to know, that's not the Trina I used to know, then you're going to want to come over and listen to the story on how I got from there to here, okay? And the name of that podcast is called JGS Godly Podcast, okay? So I want to make sure you go over there and you follow that podcast, and you be looking out for my interview on May 27th, okay? They're going to share with you a little bit about my journey, what I've been through, how I overcame, what helped me to overcome, what helped me to keep pushing forward in spite of what I was facing. So, it'll be a great time for you to go over there and listen, okay? Because I know you want to know the story. I see you watching. You don't say anything, but I see you watching, okay? But anyway, we're going to get started. Also, let me make sure, I want to get all my notes out the way so that I can get started with the corn pudding, okay? Also, if you're interested in working with me, then I want to make sure you go over to www.trinae.com, scroll down to the bottom, and fill out the form, okay? That's if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, okay? Whether what you're cooking or maybe you're a single woman, then fill out the form over at www.trinae.com. All right. Welcome there. Hang on a minute. I want to make sure I can see you all, okay? I got a couple devices here, and I'm trying to make sure that I can interact with you today. So just give me 1 second. 1 second here, just in case. All right. There we go. I can see it now. Good to see you. Let's get started. We're going to go over here and put together some corn pudding, okay? I'm going to turn my camera for you. So this is what you're going to need. What you're going to need for the corn pudding today. Make sure you can see it. There you go. Okay. You're going to need some corn, about 2 cups of corn, whether it's canned corn. If it's canned corn, you're going to need to drain it, okay? We got frozen corn, whichever corn you have on hand. Then you're going to need some garlic. That's about two teaspoons of garlic, about 3/4 cup of milk. You're going to need some salt and a tablespoon of flour, melted butter. We got 2 eggs here that we're going to scramble up. Okay, welcome. How are you today? All right, we got 2 eggs here. We're going to scramble up. You're going to need about a teaspoon of vanilla and some cheese, about a cup of cheese. You can add some onions if you like. about a small onion. Now here's the trick here. You're going to need a pan because you're going to put it in a water bath, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Then you're going to need a pan to put the corn pudding in, and we're going to butter up the pan and pour it in here, and you're going to need to put your oven at 350 degrees, okay? So let's get started with this corn pudding, okay? And here we go. Make sure you can see me, okay? Let me bring it down. Maybe I should bring it down just a little bit. Hang on there. There you go. Okay. We're just basically, this is kind of like a dump method, okay? So we got to put the corn in here. I got my spoon. Just to help me out a little bit. This looks like it's going to be a small batch here. You got your corn, okay? Even if you want it hot, you can put some peppers in here. Some hot peppers, jalapenos, whichever you like, but I'm going to keep it kind of not so hot. I'm going to put our, well, the butter froze already. I'm going to put our melted butter in here. Must be cold in here, huh? You'll put your butter in here. I just melted it, boy. That's fast. So we're going to put our butter in here. We got our milk, 3/4 cup of milk. That's about 3/4. We're going to put our eggs in here. Scrambled eggs. Okay. This is like a dump method. We're dumping it on in here. Okay. If you want to add some color, go right ahead. You could put some bell peppers in there. You could put some jalapeno peppers in there. That would be great. Let's add some of these onions. Now I'm going to add about half of this because I don't want it to be too strong. I don't want the onions to overpower it. And I'll use the rest of those onions for my burrito. So we got some onions in here. We're going to put our salt and our flour in here. Okay. Of course, you know that the flour is going to help bind it together. And then we're going to put some cheese in here. And that's basically it. I'm going to put about a cup. So that's about good, about a cup. Now what you're going to want to do is maybe you want to use a different kind of cheese. I use Colby Jack. And maybe you want to use a different kind of cheese. You can use sharp cheddar. Whatever cheese you like. You're making it your own way, okay? So this is basically it. I might as well drop the rest of that drop of milk in there. No need to waste it. So all you're going to do now is you're going to butter up your pan. Oh, we forgot the vanilla. Hold on. One more step. This is just a quick recipe for corn pudding. You can put the vanilla in or you can leave it out. It's up to you. We're going to stir that in. Now, what we're going to need to do is to add some butter to our pan here. So, no, we're going to keep that in there. It's already melting. So, you're going to butter up your pan here. Grease the bottom. All right, you can grease the sides. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, move this out the way. Pull this over here. And And we're going to just put this in the pan, in the round pan here, okay? Put that in the pan, spread it out evenly. Now we're not done. Put a little pepper in here for a little color. I think it needs a little color. All right. So you're gonna want to put some water in the square pan. It's called a water bath. Okay. Just like such. And that's it. Now you're going to put it into a 350 degree oven. Let it cook for about 30 to 45 minutes. And that's it. And that's it. So today's we are doing the corn pudding. Now remember, if you are late watching the broadcast, I want you to remember that I am going to be on a podcast. I'm going to be on a podcast. And for those of you who are interested in learning more about my story, you try to hear about it from word of mouth or someone else, you want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, then you're going to want to be looking out for that podcast, which is called JGS Godly Podcast, okay? And it's coming out May 27th, all right? I have been interviewed, and it's going to be great, okay? It's not the whole story. It's the part that I chose to tell you. Just kidding. But it's going to be great. It's going to be enough for you to kind of get a little more insight about the journey, okay? For those of you who is like, oh, that's not the Trina I used to know, then you want to make sure you listen to that podcast, okay? So that's it for today. Like I said, if you are interested in working with me one-on-one, then make sure you go over to www.trinae.com, scroll down to the bottom, fill out the registration form, and then I will be in touch with you, okay? Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.